Hey guys, and welcome back. So in the beginning we talked about the setup that adds the info to screen and does the MP4 generation, and I want to stitch that setup into this file. So we made a couple of more changes to the original file. This is the file, and we made it easier. So inside the info node now we only have to provide these guys. So the flip object, flip solver, dop network, and then cache node. And if we need to add any extra info, we just copy one of these lines for each of the topics, for each of the objects, and change the attribute name. So say we wanted to add read in or stamp an extra information that is coming from the flip object, we can go in and check the attribute. In this case I want to grab the jitter scale. So it's called jitter scale, all lowercase, and I'm gonna copy this path, paste it here, and set the string for the text, and then all we have to do is change this to map to the correct name. So now jitter scale is added there, and we can do the same thing for the flip solver. We're only displaying the smoothing at the moment, and then the dop network, we're reading the substep, which is at the upper level here. Cool. So I'm gonna copy these two, okay, and I'm gonna paste them in the other file, and then we're gonna copy some stuff from this network from the out context, which has OpenGL and Mantra paths. Now if you don't have a GPU, you can still render the preview using Mantra. So let's do this. Let's copy these guys, these two. Okay. And the first thing is we have to change the dop import path to link to the correct objects. And I have the name of each one of them. So this is the flip object path, the flip solver path, and the dop network. I'm gonna simply change this. That's the flip object, and this is the dop network. And then one more thing is the protocol separation. This has to change as well. So we can update that as well. Flip object, this guy. And it's 0.2, cool. I'm gonna enable this node. It should be enabled. And then we're gonna update the text node with these guys. So the first thing is the flip object path, the flip solver path. Let's do, and the dop network. We don't have to change this because it's the same. It's loading in it's referencing the cache fluid. And now if we take a look at the camera, we should see all the information, including the new one that we added, the jitter scale, and everything is correct. So let's copy the out nodes. Okay. And I'm gonna set this to 30. And let's go to I'm gonna save the file as 01. And let me make sure I don't have any old preview. Let me delete them. Okay, so this is the folder. Nothing is there now. And let's lower the setting. Let's start with 0.4. It's very, very low, but for the sake of speed, we'll do this, and then let's hit render. Let's see. Oh yes. So one more thing is the cache, the file path. This has to match correctly to your system, whatever it is. In this case, I have a shared mount that is that can be accessed using this environment variable, and then sim and water effects. Sorry, not that. This guy. Render. It's gonna do the cache first. and now it's generating the OpenGL. And it's generating the MP4. Let's take a look. The camera, we have to place the camera obviously where it makes sense. Okay, let's do it again. Let's hit render. And now it's faster because it's cached in memory. And here's the file name. Okay, so let's see this. Cool, so that's our preview. Everything is working as expected. Point count is changing. Okay, and then let me check. I'm gonna change this to 50. And then we're gonna do another test, so I'm gonna save this as v2. And I'm gonna change the particle separation to 0.3. I'm gonna increase this so it's faster. Grid scale is 2.5. And let's hit render. And it finished the OpenGL, it finished the sim, and I was doing the OpenGL preview. Let's take a look. Yep, everything is working. 0.3 particle separation, is that correct? No, I can't remember. 0.3, yeah. And grid scale is 2.5. And this is the file name. It should have been 02. The file name should have been 02. So let me check why is that. This is weird. Okay, let's check view. Let's check why is this happening. I have never seen. Yeah, the hip name is here. This is really weird. Okay, now it refreshed. I don't know why that happened. Maybe some refresh issue. Maybe if we close and reopen the file it works, but I never seen that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We have the cache linked in the system now. We can do our own our high-res tests and do 0.1, maybe 0.005 like that, and then another one with 0.3. We can keep this at 2 and then pick one of the tests that we liked, maybe at 0.05, and then change this to 1.75 and do another test. The valve smoothing is also very interesting to explore to see how that affects the look. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna do the flip setup, integrate the wedging system, the preview system, and then do a bunch of results, bunch of tests, and pick the settings that we like, and then do a high-res sim, do the meshing, and then continue the rest. So that's pretty much it for the wedge system. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in a bit.